I've had the opportunity over the past several months to speak with a lot of potential home buyers. And one of the questions that always comes up is surrounding the pre approval. The questions usually range from what exactly is the approval and when is the right time for me to get pre approved. Hi, this is Andrew with the Andrew Smith team at eXp Realty. And you may have been told, or you may have heard, or you may have read somewhere that getting pre approved at the beginning of the home buying experience, the home buying process, I should say, is extremely important. But what exactly does that mean? Quite often, when a buyer first visits my website or has a calls in and we have a phone conversation with them, they're early in the process. So the idea is, well, I just kind of want to get an idea of what's out there. And our questioning will always come back to the pre-approval. And the reason that we do that is it answers a lot of those questions that you as a potential home buyer have up front. So especially in today's market, home prices are rising. Buyer competition is really, really high. So it's important to have a clear understanding of what your budget is so that you know. Many people have used like an online quick little calculator, punched a few things in. And although that's a great start, it's not that accurate when you factor in property taxes, HOA, and some other factors. Also, lenders are going to require that you have a certain amount of reserves. That's money in savings after the closing of the home, so that you have reserves there available for a rainy day fund, if you like. So the pre-approval is going to allow you to be intentional, and it's also going to make it more competitive, right? Until you actually go through that process, you're basically guessing. It's really important that you work through all of the different scenarios with a lender. There's different loan programs available. There's different down payment amounts. Different loan programs have different qualifications with regards to the amount of what your credit score needs to be. All of those factors tie in, and you're not going to be able to know any of that until you actually connect with a lender and get that pre-approval done. It's also going to allow you to shop with a whole lot more confidence. And when you do find the right home, it's going to let the seller know that you're a serious buyer. Ask anyone that's been shopping lately, and you probably hear, or you probably know that homes are selling quickly, a matter of days in many instances. And sometimes, from the buyer's perspective, they're kind of looking, not looking, in the market, not in the market. And what happens? The absolute perfect home gets listed. It's your dream home. You're like, this is it. This would be the absolute perfect home. But you can't do anything. If you go and write an offer on that home, the seller is not even going to consider it, as at that point in time, you're not a solid, serious, legitimate buyer. You don't have your financing in place. So the seller, especially nowadays, is not going to take that home off the market and risk losing out on another potential buyer while you're getting your pre-approval done. It only takes a couple of days, depending on how fast you can return all of the information. But by the time you get that pre-approval back, there's a good chance that home will no longer be available. So having that done up front is really, really important. Even, when a recent information that Freddie Mac put out says, by having a pre approval letter from your lender, you're telling the seller that you're a serious buyer and that you've been pre approved for a mortgage by your lender for a specific dollar amount. In a true bidding war, your offer will likely get dropped if you don't already have one. Okay, so it's really, really important that you get that done. And again, it's even if you're not looking to buy for 4, 5, or 6 months, it doesn't hurt to go through the process, right? Connecting with a lender that can help you, they can check your credit. There may be a couple of things that pop up on the credit report you're unaware of. You don't even know is there. They can help you get that cleaned up. If there's suggestions that they have to help you boost your credit, that can also be done so that when you are ready to buy, it puts you in a better position of possibly getting a lower interest rate and better terms as you've gone through those steps to maximize your potential for buying. So the bottom line is, if in this competitive marketplace that we have with low inventory, the pre-approval letter is an absolute must. And my recommendation is that you get that done as soon as you start thinking about buying a home, no matter when it is. It's a lot easier a couple of months, 6 months down the road for the lender to update the pre-approval with new information than to start from scratch. That way, you'll have a much better idea of exactly what you can afford, how that monthly payment comes into play, and what any potential changes in interest rates over the next several months does to the amount of your monthly payment and how much you can afford. So hopefully this helps. If you have any other questions whatsoever, like to talk about whether now is the right time for you to get pre-approved, or the home buying process in general, reach out. We're always happy to talk to you.